locked within. Every step the ground is stained, every breath a war remained. Lines of red refuse to fade, mark the path your hands have made. Through the weight the current flows, carving truth that no one knows. Not contained by walls or chains, rage is running through your veins. Crimson floods against the tide, no command to make it hide. Every drop becomes a roar, every scar unlocks the door. You're not silence, you're the fight, streaming endless, raw and bright. From the wounds they thought would bind, rises strength they'll never find. Marks of battle fuel your core, every strike reveals you more. Pain is not a cage you fear, it's the song that pulls you near. Pulse of red through broken stone, claims a world that's not their own. Every clash and every flame feeds the power in your name. Not a weakness, not a scar, it's the truth of who you are. Crimson force, it will not cease, not for chaos, not for peace. Every cut becomes design, every bruise a sharpened sign. What they thought would bleed away is the fuel that makes you stay. You're the storm they can't contain, living proof of searing pain. Blood won't fade, it writes instead songs of all the lives you Through the crimson, fierce and wild, you are not the broken child. You're the fire that breaks the mold, you're the story left untold. Every vein resists their will, every surge is stronger still. You're the storm that still remains, screaming through your crimson veins. Heartbeat skips the wire shake, patterns bend until they break. Every rhythm twists the frame, nothing ever sounds the same. Static hums beneath your chest, never letting you find rest. Every throb a jagged line, proof that chaos still defines. You don't move in measured time, you revolt in broken rhyme. Fractured pulses crack the ground, every beat a violent sound. Not aligned with the rules they keep, you are fire that will not sleep. Broken steps refuse the mold, every surge is uncontrolled. From the tremor storms arise, shaking truth from hidden lies. Every second cuts into, marks the war inside of you. No perfection in the scheme, only sparks that slash the dream. Walls of order start to bend, every jolt will force the end. You're the gap they cannot close, every fault becomes your prose. You don't bend to flawless grace, you erupt in fractured pace. Fractured vanish, they expand, riding chaos by your hand. Fractured rhythm leads the fight, every surge a burst of light. You don't match their quiet flow, you're the fault they'll never know. Through the break your core is shown, every strike becomes your own. In the clash your heart won't pause, fractured beats define the cause. Shadows carve across your skin, marks of where the wars begin. Every silence hides the sound of a wound that still resounds. Memory won't fade to dust, etched in veins and broken trust. Even when the night is far, you still breathe the echo scar. You don't hide the marks you bear, they remind you why you're there. stars fall into flame. Nothing left appears the same. Cracks across the endless blue mark the end, but not for you. Smoke is painted in the air, silent ruins everywhere. Yet your steps refuse to fade. Strength is carved from what decayed. From the fracture you arise, walking beneath shattered skies. Beneath the skies that break apart, you ignite a fiercer heart. Every breath ignites the air, every step declares you're there. From the ruin, from the flame, rises something none can tame. Ashes carved on, bold and free. Endless fire, your decree. Every stone recalls the fight. Every scar reflects the night. Still your voice begins to rise, piercing through the fallen skies. Not in silence, not in fear, but in tones that burn sincere. From the ruin, sharp and true, songs of fire break on through. Sing beyond ruin, loud and clear. Every word denies the fear. Every note becomes a flame. Every cry rejects the same. Not in sorrow, not in shame, but in strength that wears your name. Sing beyond ruin, bold and free, voice of endless clarity. Dust may choke the fragile air, still your anthem lingers there. Every fracture fuels the tone. Every fall becomes your own. You don't kneel to broken days, you ignite the ash with praise. What was crushed will resonate, turning lost to something great. From the silence you ascend, songs of steel refuse to end. Sing beyond ruin, fierce and wild. Every verse a burning child. Every scream creates breaking crowns. Every wall consumed in rage. Every breath ignites the stage. Not in silence, not in light, but in wrath that claims the night. Flame without mercy, fierce and high, screaming truth against the sky. Life consumes both wrong and right. All is equal in its might. Flame without mercy, never gone. Burning long, it carries on. Every ruin sings your name. Every wound becomes the flame. You don't stop, you don't forgive. In the fire you will live. Flame without mercy, scarred decree. Raw, eternal, wild and free. Silent current cuts the night, carrying more than simple light. Every signal hides a trace of the dark it can't erase. Cables hum with secret weight. Whispers twist and replicate. Not just power, not just code, but the shadows overflowed. Every circuit hides a scar. Shadows right on where you are. Wise carry shadows sharp and deep. Silent voices never sleep. Every spark a whisper crime. Every pulse erodes the time. Not in brightness, not in flame, but in ghosts without a name. Wise carry shadows raw and near. Echoes none were meant to hear. Electric veins beneath the skin. Hold the dark you keep within. Every hum a buried cry. Every surge a fractured lie. Rust and static mark the tone. Whispers claim what you disown. From the current, truth is torn. Darkness wrapped in circuits worn. Every signal bends the ground. Shadows follow silent bound. Wise carry shadows loud and clear. Not of mercy, not of fear. Every line becomes a chain. Every spark rewrites the pain. Not in silence, not in peace. Only ghosts that never cease. Wise carry shadows sharp and strong. Living where they don't belong. Even light can twist and fade. Shadows grow from what it made. Wires carry shadows fierce and wide. Every current cuts inside. Every secret rides the stream. Every whisper cracks the scheme.